Okay, it's looking like we are live. It's looking like we are live. Let's see if we can go live on Facebook as well. All right, we're trying to go live here, guys. It's looking like we're starting to on Facebook. All right, awesome. Good. It looks like we're starting to work here. Can you guys hear me on YouTube? Can you hear me? I saw, dude. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hello from Green Bay, Wisconsin. What's going on? Happy Friday. We already got a ready Eddie. All right, calm down, John. We got to talk about a couple of things before we give stuff away, but we do have a really cool giveaway today. So yesterday I posted a YouTube video talking about our knives. So I talked about the new Rattel and how it compares to a couple other knives that are very similar in size that we also offer, which is the Splint and also the Beagle. I decided to keep it a little bit simple and just compare those three since those are slightly newer. Most of you guys already know about the Drever. You know how awesome it is. We've come out with the Drever in many, many different colors. So I didn't include the Drever in that video. But if you want to learn more about the Rattel and see it up close and see how it compares to the Beagle and also the Splint, check out that live video. Or I'm sorry, not live video. Ugh. Check out that YouTube video that I posted yesterday. And in that video, I'm also giving away a Rattel. So at the very least, go to that video so you can see some nice high res up close, video of the Rattel, some other knives that we make, and then also, of course, try to win one. It takes like 2 seconds. In the YouTube video from yesterday, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Which, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably already subscribed. That's how you were notified of this video, right? And then you have to just click the thumbs up button, which, by the way, if you're watching this live video, please smash that thumbs up button. It really does help us out. And then you have to just tell us what color that you want the Rattel to be in next. Because as of right now, we only have one configuration of this knife, which is this blue with this acid stonewash blade, and then it has the black hardware with the black clip as well. So that's the only way we have it for now. I hope that we come out with this knife in other colors as well because it really is a nice piece, really nice design as well. I like how the blade itself kind of tucks into the handle and all of that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The biggest thing, though, is in this live video, we're going to give away some Drevers, okay? So we're going to give away a Drever to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all right? So we're not doing i5Rs this time. We've done a bunch of i5Rs recently in the giveaways. We did some special giveaways for the 15th anniversary live videos. But anyways, we're giving away some black Drevers at the end of this video. So stick around. You might win a free awesome pocket knife, all right? In terms of shipping, I talked to our shipping manager earlier today. In case you didn't know, we're completely done shipping all of the 15th anniversary orders. We finished that, I think, on Monday. So we've been done all week shipping out flash sale orders. So if you haven't gotten your 15th anniversary order yet, it should be on the way. Obviously, we don't own the shipping companies, but hopefully, camera's mad out of focus. I wonder why. Let's see here. It looks pretty good on YouTube. Okay. But anyway, so if you're waiting for a 15th anniversary order, just know that it's in the shipping company's hands, unless there was some type of legitimate issue with like what you ordered or a payment processing or something like that. But, if your order went through the way it should, then it's already been processed and it's already on the way to you if you haven't already received it. Most of you guys have already received it. It's really cool to start seeing all of these new products in your pocket dumps. In the Facebook group, I see people who are like, hey, here's my Zilla, here's my Copper Warrior Mini 2, and like seeing stuff like that is really cool. So hopefully you guys are really enjoying these products. I have been for sure. Let me go ahead and show, where are you? Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about our knives a little bit, and then of course we're going to give away a Drever at the end. Oh, good, Aaron. All right, awesome. Cool. Yeah, I went ahead and hit the focus button on the camera. Hopefully that helped. It looks pretty good on YouTube for sure. Yeah, it's starting to look better here on Facebook. So cool. Awesome. Good to hear. Zombie color would be very cool. That would be fun. Shipwreck. See, the shipwreck stuff is tough because it's such a debate, right? About like, do you want, polished copper, or do you want it to be like super forced patina? The things that people do with copper is incredible. Like you can make copper like blue and green. Have you seen that like shipwreck stuff where they really take it all the way? And what they'll do is they'll like super force patina. They'll put, I don't know, like mustard and all kinds of things on it to make it force patina. But it goes all the way to the point where it starts becoming blue and green. And then what they'll do is like almost kind of coat it, like put a little coating on it. So that way the patina doesn't like get all over your hands when you use it. That's really cool, but that's a bunch of extra work. Typically people do that themselves, or it's like a custom made product. And then again, I mean, there's that debate of if it's like, do you want that super heavy duty like blue-green patina, or do you like to use some Brasso and make yours polished? So it's this debate. No force shipwreck. See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of people, and I mean, there's no right answer, right? I mean, it really is preference. But right there, you can see. I mean, there's people who are already saying like, I don't know about the force shipwreck patina. So it'd be tough, if we made like 1,000 Warrior Mini 2s with like some kind of shipwreck patina, would they sell? Are there that many people who are looking for that? So that's the kind of stuff we have to think about when doing something like really ambitious like that, if that makes sense. I like titanium. I like titanium too, for sure, man. Look, and before we get into the knives, just really quick, there is something actually really cool that I'm doing next week. So I have the opportunity to go to something really special. It's in Austin, Texas next week. So I am traveling during the week. I will be in Austin. Yes, I get to go back to Texas. I miss Texas. Austin is really cool. I'm a big fan of Dallas as well. I've actually never been to San Antonio before. I would really like to go there as well. But luckily, all next week, I'm going to be in Austin, Texas. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be at a marketing summit that is put on by NSSF, which is the company that puts on SHOT Show. So it's not SHOT Show because, SHOT Show's in January. It's nothing like SHOT Show. It's specifically it's like 3 to 4 days. And it's this marketing event that's specifically related to like the tactical and firearms industry. So I'm really excited about it. Like, get to go to Austin, one of the coolest cities in the country, get to, learn more about marketing specifically for our industry. I'll get to meet people and talk with other people in the firearms industry. There's going to be all kinds of awesome brands there. Some of the biggest gun brands are going to be there. All of the top dogs in the firearms industry are going to be there. So just being able to get to meet people, being able to learn from the best people in the industry, being able to visit a really cool city, all of that I think is just going to be really, really cool. So I'm excited about it. NSSF is a wonderful organization. They put on SHOT Show, the biggest firearms, trade show in the world. So they definitely know what they're doing. It's going to be legit. So that's what's going on. So hopefully I'll be able to post some pictures and show you guys some content from this event. I think, maybe that's something that you'd like to see since it is a very like industry related event. So hopefully I'll be able to show that to you. But anyways, I'm thinking about the kind of stuff that I want to bring with me on the trip. Maybe you guys can actually help me out on, you know, what Olight like EDC that I should have for the trip. Obviously, I'm going to be on an airplane and all of that, so I can't bring like too much stuff. But I'm thinking maybe going titanium. And that's the reason why I kind of went off on this tangent, is because you guys are talking about titanium here on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing a titanium O-Pen Pro and then doing a titanium Warrior Mini 2. I'd like to bring the O-Pry, just to be able to show people the pry bar that we do. I'm definitely going to bring the titanium IXV as well. So I think I'm just going to go like all blasted tie, just to kind of flex on them. You know, everybody loves titanium, right? So I'm going to do like kind of a cool high-end carry, I think. If you guys have better ideas for what I should bring with me to this show, please let me know. But that's the ideas I have so far, is to just go like all blasted tie and just have like a sweet kind of matching set with me. Because obviously, you know, people are going to say, oh, who are you with? I'm going to say I'm with Olight. And they're going to be like, oh, man, do you have any on you? People always ask that. So I got to have the lights on me, right? Anyway, so very excited about that. You guys were asking about the May flash sale. Of course, we're doing a May flash sale. Absolutely. Today, I can't spill the beans, unfortunately. You know, we aren't doing our May flash sale announcement today, which is a bummer, because as you guys know, I love announcing flash sales because it's really exciting for all of us, including myself. I love when we have new products. We're coming out with new gear, because that means that I get to enjoy new Olights, right? Like, I'm a big Olight fan as well, you know? Yes, I work here. Yes, I do Olight all day, every day. But like, I still am super excited when I get new products in the mail, you know? When I start getting samples in the mail, when I start getting, you know, even prototypes, things like that, it's really exciting. And just to let you guys know, we are doing something really special in May that is different than what we've done before. Very, very different. And I think you guys are going to be blown away at how special this is. And it's not about like the magnitude of the sale, because we did just have our 15th anniversary sale, which was absolutely huge. It was like this 5-day huge event, right? So this sale isn't going to be that crazy, but the products themselves are going to be a lot of fun and really special. And I think you guys are going to really appreciate what we're doing here. We're doing something really big for our fans specifically, because you guys have been asking for it. And I think it's going to be a really big deal for all of us. So May is going to be a big month. If you were born in May, get ready. Please save up your funds so that you can get the double points for your orders. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. May is going to be awesome, guys. It's going to be really special. Yeah. Also, we may actually be doing something cool for Mother's Day as well. So stay tuned for that. You know, I'm not announcing anything right now, but we may be doing something that's kind of cool on Sunday as well. So we got a lot in the pipeline for May. We got a lot in the pipeline for the rest of the year. You know, my boss specifically told me last week about how we're going to have a lot of new products this year. So they keep telling me that. They keep saying, look, we're going full on with the products this year, all brand new stuff. You know, it's going to be great. So I know that not only this May sale, but the rest of the year is just going to be huge with new products, stuff that you couldn't even imagine for us to do. And I think this May sale is going to start that. So, okay. So anyways, let's move on to the knives, and then let's give away a knife, right? It's super rainy outside. I got kind of soak coming here today. It's going to be raining all weekend, unfortunately, but that's okay. Things have been a little bit crazy lately, so I'm happy to finally be able to sit on the couch and not have any FOMO and just be totally fine with just chilling out this weekend. So that's where I am with that. Anyways, just a heads up. So all of our O Knife products come in this pouch, okay? All of them do. It doesn't matter what color you get, what knife you get, they're all going to come in this pouch. And this O Knife logo right here is actually stitched on. This isn't some like press or something cheap. Like, it's actually stitched into the material, which is nice to see. Also, one of the coolest things about it, and I just happen to have a Zilla in this one, But in the here, can we do up close? Okay, cool. So in the case itself, you have the main pouch here, right? And then here, let me show you the logo on the front. And then you have the main pouch here. And then you have a little coin pouch that's inside of it. So that way the coin can still be in the case, but it won't scratch your knife. So it has its own internal designated pouch for the coin that comes with all of our O-Knife products. And again, it doesn't matter which one you get. Even the people who are going to win the Drever at the end of this video, guess what? Yours comes with this pouch and this coin. This one happens to have the Zilla right there. And then it has a cool little chameleon that's chilling on the top of it here, kind of in this jungle look. You see the leaves and all of that. I know some people are asking, they're like, what the heck is on that knife? Well, it's a chameleon, and look how cool that looks. Like, why wouldn't we do that? You know what I mean? Like, that makes the coin so much cooler, right? So really nice coin, guys. On the bottom here, it says O-Knife folding pocket knife. It even says Zilla on the front right there. And then it says Outdoor Elite there on the top on this side. And this is not some cheap junk. Like this coin is heavy. Like this thing is hefty. And look at the detail too. Like look how. Anyways, I just think it's incredible that we include a coin like this that's customized to that knife. Keep in mind, this one says Zilla on it, but whatever other model that you get, it's going to have that knife on it and a completely different design on the coin. But the fact that we include this and that nice pouch with knives that cost what, like $50 to $80? Like, they're not the cheapest knives in the world. They're not $5 Mall Ninja knives, but they're not $200, $300 knives like other brands, right? And we're even giving you things that other brands don't give you when you're paying 4, 5, 6 times as much money for the knife. I'm sure everyone here has bought a knife that cost $200, $300 maybe. Did you get a really cool coin with it and a cool pouch? Probably not, you know? So just something to think about. So I'm just really stoked that we put all this extra effort into a product that doesn't really cost that much, especially compared to competitors in the market. The Zilla is amazing. All right. I hope that we come out with the Zilla in some other colors and some different configurations. I think we're going to have to, just because of how cool it is. I would love to see kind of like what we did with the Parrot. Do you guys remember the Parrot where it had the black micarta and then it had the black blade? I would love to see that configuration. Like, that would be really cool. I would like to see a micarta Zilla. Like, that would be absolutely awesome. I will like to say before I move on to the Rattel is that this past weekend, I did actually cut my finger with the Zilla. Let me show you here. Yep, there you go. There's my right there. So I was cutting something and just kind of sliced my finger. So the Zilla is very, very sharp, guys. It's very sharp. and I guess at this point I can say that it's my knife, because that's always the old saying is like, once you draw blood with a blade, it's your knife, right? So anyways, the Zilla is very, very sharp. All of these knives are very sharp. I've cut myself with a Drever before. It's not like I don't know what I'm doing, but like, you know how you cut something and you just like accidentally put a little too much force and go a little too hard and then you're like, shink. I mean, you can just graze your finger past these blades and you're going to cut yourself. I mean, that's how sharp these things are. So it's crazy. The splint is amazingly sharp. Let me go into that. So this is like the thinnest blade stock that we have out of the entire O-Knife lineup. This is legitimately just straight up a slicer. If you want to buy a compact knife that's fun to play with, because this has a really great fidget factor because it has a front flipper, a regular flipper, and it even has the hole, right? So you can do the Spidey flick, you can do the thumb flick, you can roll your hand over it, and flick it open like that with the front flipper. You can push on the flipper tab as well. There's just so many different ways that you can play with the splint. But anyways, so this has definitely more of that like slicer grind. I mean, this is just, oof, this is wicked. This is crazy, crazy sharp. I EDC my splint. Phil, can you attest how sharp these splints are, man? These things are incredible. So anyway, the splint's awesome, guys. This is N690 steel on the splint. The Drever is also N690. I wonder if Josh Regal is in here so that we can talk about that. But anyway, so the Drever and the splint are N690. And then with our newer knives, we moved on to the 154 CM. I would say comparable steels. They're made by different brands. So N690 is made by Bowler. The 154 CM is made by Crucible, I believe. They're both massive steel manufacturers that make steel for airplanes, spaceships, skyscrapers, all kinds of crazy things. So Crucible and Bowler are some of the best steel makers ever in the world. And we're lucky to be able to get their steel to be able to make these knives, you know? Love the splint knife the best. That's awesome. It's legit. Love it. Awesome to hear, Phil. So anyways, so there we have the splint, which is a very fidgety, very thin slicer. If you want something that's more beefy, more overbuilt, maybe you're having to, baton things. Maybe you're actually going to take one of these knives camping. You probably don't want the splint for that. The splint's more of cutting threads, opening boxes, whittling a stick when you're bored, like little things like that. The Zilla is more of just like a heavy duty knife. What I like about the Zilla is it's very good for food prep because the handle is higher up than the blade, which is the design of kitchen knives, because that allows you to still hold on to the knife and have your knuckles on the bottom of it, but you still can cut something on a flat surface. And that's the reason why, like whatever, chef knives, kitchen knives, you'll have this big blade and then the handle is thin and way up there. So that way you can cut things without it actually your hand getting in the way, right? So the Zilla kind of gives me that same idea. When I saw it, instead of me thinking like, whoa, overbuilt tactical knife, I was like, that looks really good for food. So I think the Zilla is a really great option for camping because it is strong. It is overbuilt. So you can actually bear down and put some force on it, but you can actually cut vegetables and things like that with this too. So there's the Zilla. I think if you're going to take any of these knives camping, I think the Zilla is probably the best one. We're going camping in 3 weeks. I like the Zilla. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that design where the blade is low, but the handle's up here so you can cut flat. It's very smart. Very good idea because most pocket knives are not like that. So then you're having to cut at an angle, which you're not really going to get the cuts that you want. You're going to have to cut slow. It's going to be more of a process. You're going to have to kind of angle your wrist at a strange way. Like, yeah, I'd rather have a knife like the Zilla. Tip up is dangerous. No, because most people carry tip up. I mean, that's pretty much like the most popular way to carry a knife. Keep in mind, these knives have very, very strong detents. In order to actually open the blade, you have to exert force on the flipper tab or the studs or something like that. Like I'm going to get an arm workout doing this. Do you see the blade falling out? No, you don't, right? So, yeah, I mean, these detents are very strong. That's one of my favorite parts about all of these knives that we've been making is they are snappy, right? So that's not a concern for me. I've never had any of these knives open up in my pocket or something like that, when I've been carrying it. You really have to purposefully put force on the opening method in order for it to actually open up. They are safe. They're very safe. Just keep in mind, they're also very sharp. These are knives, you know what I mean? They're not toys. So just be careful. They are very sharp. And we put that in the user manual. We talk about how, like, yo, these knives are sharp, very, very sharp. Let me see here. Are you losing audio? What am I doing? Audio is fine. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Almost. Appreciate that. Gonna do any customs? Probably not, Jeremiah. Just because of and just being honest with you, just with the amount of fans that we have, like for us to create like just some one-off knives or actually like have some knives custom made, that means that only a few people are going to get them. And when you have, thousands of customers like we do, it's going to make it tough. It's going to make it tough to make people happy having a business model like that with, the way that our customer base is, if that makes sense. It would be very cool. I just don't think with the type of company we are that we could do something like that, because everything we do typically has to be on a mass scale. We do limited edition versions, but like one of the most limited versions that we ever did was still a few hundred pieces. How long would it take to make a few hundred custom pocket knives? A long time. If you buy a knife on the new knife site, will we still get swag? It's not always guaranteed that you will get swag, but yes, we have the same philosophy, if that makes sense. If we're doing some kind of promotion, typically we'll have like stickers and patches and things like that. I'll talk with them about that. That's a really good point that you brought up. But yeah, it's not like we're just going to completely not do something on our other ventures that have been working really well and have been making people happy on the Olight side, if that makes sense. Okay. Full-tie models, I would love to see it, Edward. A full-tie Drever is something that I've really been wanting to see. We do have the full-tie splint, which is an absolute gem of a knife. Very nice quality. You get all of the awesome features of the G10 version, except that one is a frame lock. It even has a lock bar insert, so it won't wear out over time. The titanium splint really is a wonderful knife. If you don't have one of those yet and you want a little bit higher end knife with a little bit better materials, that one is full tie frame lock with S35 VN steel. And that knife is $150, $160. With the materials that you're getting and the quality of the knife, it really is very competitive with the rest of the market for sure. Okay. Make a titanium knife with copper inlays and a brass clip. Damascus blade. All right, Rabbit, you need to go get a custom knife. But I think what would look really cool is if it was like titanium, but then it had like a copper inlay. So you're getting those differences in materials and you're also getting, kind of those contrasting colors. That would be really cool. I've seen knives like that before where it'll be tie, but it has copper accents like pivot collars, maybe like a copper backspacer, stuff like that. I think that's really cool. Sounds like a great knife. Thank you. Yeah, I love my tie splint, dude. They really are nice. And they're lightweight, easy to carry. You got even the milled pocket clip. Unfortunately, I don't have one right here. I didn't know we would talk about the titanium splint. I'd have one right here if I knew we were talking about it. But yes, the tie splint really is a great piece. Perfect high-end EDC. And it's going to match, just like what I was saying, our other nice kind of blasted tie products, like the O-Pen Pro right here. And, we got the IXV right here, the O-Pry as well. It's just an awesome matching set. A wood and copper handle with a black blade. That would be really cool. Yeah, okay. I'm glad to see all of you guys talking about you want titanium knives. Let me ask you this though, since we're kind of on this topic. Would you be okay with the higher price? Because you're not going to get a titanium knife for $50, $60. The tie splint I still think is a great value for what it is, Because if you want to get a full tie, ball bearing, like high-end knife that has S35VN steel with a milled pocket clip, most of the time it's over $150. Usually it's in like the 200 to 250 range. So I still think that the titanium splint is a great value compared to others. Smooth contoured tie Zilla with S35VN. That would be wonderful, Brett, but it would be expensive, right? A tie Zilla, I'm just off the top of my head, probably would be around $175, something like that. So yeah, so just keep that in mind, guys. Is the titanium knives are not going to be cheap. Making these knives out of titanium is expensive. It's very expensive. There's a reason why there's no high-end titanium knives with, super steels like S35VN and M390 and stuff like that. You're just not going to find knives like that under $150, $200. Yeah. Titanium blue with silver swirl in the outside handle. That would be very cool. To have it somehow kind of match the i3T, i5T, that would be very cool. Some lights you sell are more expensive. That's a very good point, Edward. That's a very good point. Yeah. Yeah, we've been selling expensive flashlights for a long time. I mean, the quality's there. Like, you pick up an X9R, yeah, the quality's there. like it feels expensive. The performance is amazing. It is what it is. But in terms of the knives, I just hope that you guys understand the fact that G10 with 154 cm is totally different than full tie with S35VN or M390 or something like that. Or 20CV, you're exactly right, Henry. 20CV is a fantastic steel, one of the best. But again, very expensive. 20CV knives are expensive, I understand 100%. Thank you. You get your money's worth. Absolutely. Absolutely. There are many knives that are well over $200. Yeah, absolutely. Knife with a glass breaker. I like that, James. I like that. A fixed blade would be very cool. Because think about it. We make other stuff for camping, right? We got headlamps. We got throwers. You know what I mean? Like we have floodlights if you want to light up your campsite or the area that you're in. So it would only make sense for us to also come out with some camping knives. Obviously, you're not going to be chopping wood with a drever, right? You're not going to be beating on your drever with a stick. But you would do that with a machete or something that's much larger, right? Cool. New Olight merch. I hear you, Kate. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just look at the action on this, man. Like, I'm holding it like this. Come on. It's so nice. I love these knives. Anyways, any other questions about the knives, guys? I know we kind of went off on a tangent, but really this is my way to be able to ask you guys questions and have you immediately answer. So actually these live videos, they're fun. I love showing you guys the products. I love giving stuff away, but it's also really beneficial for me and for us as a company because I get to see the comments and the suggestions that you guys make during these live videos. And then we save these live videos on these platforms because, when we're done with these live videos, you can refer back to them whenever you want. Like we keep them on the platforms. So that way other people who work for Olight are able to go in and also look at all the comments you guys made during the live video. So like these live videos are a really good tool for us to learn more about our customers. We don't really like talk about that, but like that is like a big part of these live videos is we want to see the things you guys are saying, How about a drever in auto? Dude, yeah, a full auto drever where you just like hit a button and it flies open. That would be very cool. I know like it's a little bit more limited for that because there's a lot of places where knives like that are not legal. But I still think it would be cool to do it. That would be awesome. A butterfly O knife. Yeah, that would be cool too. Or a balisong, I guess, is the proper term for it, right? OTF in the future, that would be awesome. I know it's a very competitive market, and again, OTFs are very expensive. So here's the thing, like if we made OTFs, we would want them to be very high quality, right? Like we don't want to make junk. Like we want these knives to remain high quality. Even though the ones that we make are budget pricing for now, the quality's there. The fit and finish is there. Is it M390 and full titanium with Damascus pieces and stuff all over it? No, it's not. But is the fit and finish just as good as the titanium knives that cost way more money? Yeah, I think so. I mean, look at this action. It's just as good as any knife, right? A button lock would be very cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, all right. Anyways, the major takeaway that I've learned from this is I think you guys would be down for some more titanium knives. Like what Brett was saying, a titanium Zilla would be amazing. I really want us to come out with a titanium Drever. I know we've come out with a lot of different knives since the Drever came out, but don't forget about the Drever, guys. This is an amazing design. It's got that big finger choil. You got that kind of swooping sheep's foot blade, which is perfect for most applications. Flipper tab. You've got the thumb studs as well. So there's all kinds of ways that you can fidget with it. It's got that nice liner lock, so it's very secure. You got that deep carry pocket clip. You've got a very slim body of the knife, so when it's in your pocket, it's comfy. I mean, it's awesome. Okay. Fatty, I totally understand what you're saying, and I like your I like your Instagram name as well. I just said Fatty, and the people on YouTube and Facebook are probably like, "What the heck is he talking about?" His name is Fatty Boy 365 on Instagram. I'm not calling somebody fat, all right? But hopefully I will get the mini knife soon. I do not have them yet. I would love to show you the few new versions that we're coming out with, but I don't have them yet. So that's why I haven't talked about it, man. But yes, I'm with you there. Hopefully I'll get my hands on them soon. Yeah. Hello, Australia. Nice for you to be here. It's late. What are you doing? Go to bed. Go to bed, Australia. Okay. The Rattel is my favorite design so far. Thank you, Christopher. That's awesome. A larger tactical on that design would be awesome. Yeah, it'd be cool for us to make like a bigger version of the Rattel. This has a 3.2-inch blade, but if we had a 3.5-inch blade Rattel or even 3.6, something like that, I think that would be cool. Obviously, these aggressive Tonto knives are more of a self-defense type design. A lot of like the hardcore self-defense guys will say that the Tontos are some of the best blades that you can have on you. If you're doing stuff late at night or whatever, where you think maybe you might have an altercation. No one wins a knife fight. I will always say that. Don't ever get in a knife fight unless it's literally the only way that you're going to continue living. But I know that, the American Tonto design is designed for piercing and things like that, tactical applications and things like that. So there's that. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's give away. I need a Rattel. Yeah. Tontos are awesome, man. We came out with the Drever. We came out with the Splint. We came out with the Parrot. We came out with the Zilla. And I'm over here like, okay, can we come out with a Tonto for once? And I'm glad we finally did it. I don't know why I didn't talk about this at all, but the Beagle is also a fantastic knife. Very practical blade shape. What's actually really interesting about it is the fact that the Beagle and the Rattel virtually have the same length handle, but the Beagle has a 3.3-inch blade and the Rattel has a 3.2-inch blade. So the Beagle is a very smart design because we're able to get a lot of blade into a short handle. The blade to handle ratio on the Beagle is actually the best out of all the knives we make. Look at all that blade. And the handle's not even long. Like, it's a really good design, guys. And if you like thumb studs, if you don't care about a flipper tab, you want kind of that traditional drop point type shape, it does have this harpoon on the top. But if you do want that more traditional kind of knife shape, then the Beagle is a really nice choice. It still has the deep carry pocket clip, still has the ball bearing pivot. I mean, look at that. It literally just falls closed like all of these knives, right? So anyways, they're all good, guys. They're all good. I could talk about these knives all day. James, you're completely right, man. You're completely right. The Beagle is awesome. One of the coolest knives we ever made was the micarta Beagle. And I don't have one right here. I just have the black version here to show you as an example. But that micarta Beagle that we came out with was fantastic. One of the coolest knives I own. All right. Okapi. Yeah. A Beagle in titanium would be cool. Exactly. That's a really good recommendation, James. Cool. All right. Let's give some stuff away. So we're going to do Made by Kaiser, which is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. We're lucky to have such a fantastic manufacturer working with us for these, who really know what they're doing. And look, I'll just say this real quick, and then we'll get to the giveaway, I promise. And I'm not going to bash anyone in particular, but it's incredible how many knives are out there that are in the hundreds of dollars range. $150, $200, $250, and you get it, and you flick it open, and it has some lock stick. Maybe the centering is a little bit off. Maybe the lockup isn't rock solid. You know, the pivot's loose, all kinds of things. It's amazing how many knives are being sent to customers in a way that just like isn't good enough. You know what I mean? It's amazing how many knives go out the door from other manufacturers that have horrible centering issues. The lockup is late or not good enough. It blows my mind. Like, I think overall the knife industry needs to have like a little bit higher standards. Because I've gotten knives from many different companies where I get it and I'm so excited about it. It finally get in the mail. You open it up, you check it out, and it's not as smooth as you thought it would be. The centering's off, the pivot's loose, and you're like, man, this is just not what I was hoping it was going to be. These knives are what I was hoping they would be. I mean, all these knives right out of the box, great centering. They fall shut immediately. There's no break-in period. There's no break-in period. You open these knives right out of the box and they're falling shut. You know? So all I'm saying is I am very, very impressed at the quality of these knives right out of the box. You don't have to do anything to them. You don't have to tweak the pivot. You don't have to mess around with it. You don't have to put the oil in it and all of that stuff. Like, they are ready to rock and roll out of the box. They're not all titanium and M390 and all of that. I get it. But man, oh man, are they built well. They're really built well. You will not be disappointed when you open your box for the first time and play with one of these knives. You won't. All right. Ready, Freddy? Center spaghetti. Okay. We're going to do Instagram first. Then we're going to do YouTube. And then we are going to do Facebook. The way that we're going to do it this time is we're going to go opposite of the way that we did it last Friday. So for Instagram, we're going to have you guys pick a number between 100 and 150. For YouTube, we're going to have you guys pick a number from 50 to 100. And then for Facebook, we're going to have you guys pick from 1 to 50. So we're going backwards. Before we went 1 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 150, we're going backwards. So for Instagram, you guys are first. You are going to pick a number between 100 and 150. And whoever gets the answer right, because I'm just going to have the number in my head, whoever has the right number that's in my head, you're going to win the driver. And if you win the driver, please send me an email to Sean, SEAN, at olightstore.com. And please do it today so that I can go ahead and set up your shipment. Because again, I'm going on that trip next week. So it'll be harder for me to do things like that next week. All right? Cool. I got my giveaway bongos on, so you know it's going down. All right. let's get readies. Let's get readies. I'm pulling up this question real quick, and then we will get going here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. So we are going to, no, we're doing the numbers thing. I'm sorry. We're doing the numbers thing. Yes. So again, when I say let the bidding begin, you're going to pick a number. Yeah, it's no question, Karen. When I say let the bidding begin, you are going to pick a number between 100 and 150. Instagram, let the bidding begin. So we're going to start at Joey Perez at ready. All right. So Joey Perez, you are the beginning of the bidding. So guys, please start giving me numbers that are between 100 and 150. I got a number in my head and I'm just waiting to see it. So just start guessing, guys. Just start guessing between 100 and 150. Any number between 100 and 150, just type it in, click enter, and maybe that's the one. Okay. Ooh, that is close. That is very close, but not it. All right. I'm looking. There's been a couple that are really close, guys. Bear with me, YouTube and Facebook. We're just still waiting for a right answer here on Instagram, and then we will move on to you guys. Yes, there it is. Joey Perez, 142. Woo! Congratulations, Joey Perez. 142 was the number that was in my head, and Joey got it. So congratulations, man. Again, send me an email, Sean, SEAN, at olightstore.com. Please send me your shipping information wherever you want your driver to go, and we'll go ahead and set up that shipment and send it out to you, man. Cool. Awesome. Well, great job, Joey. Thank you so much for watching this video and watching me rant about knives. Again, you guys can tell probably how passionate I am about pocket knives. I absolutely love them. I love fidgeting with them. They're extremely useful. I use my pocket knife a bazillion times every single day. And I just love talking about knives, and especially when they're really good ones. Okay? Cool. All right, Joey. Yeah, hey, and by the way, guys, we go off of my screen. So I was literally just sitting here watching you guys guess. So I go off of what I see on my screen. Due to lag, due to the way the internet works and the latency and all that stuff, it may appear different on your screen. Just keep that in mind. I will say this, anyone can win. I don't play favorites. The past couple weeks, the people who've won these giveaways, I've never even seen their names before. You know what I'm saying? So like anybody can win, seriously. All I do is just pick the name that I see with the correct answer first on my screen. All right? That's all I'm saying. But just know that like it wasn't like me and Joey teamed up for me to rig this giveaway. Like he was the first person I saw with the number. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. All right? Cool. Well, thank you so much for watching Instagram. And yeah, hopefully maybe I'll try and do like a live video from Texas. I feel like maybe that would be kind of cool. Hopefully I can do something like that. So anyways, stay safe this weekend. If it's raining where you are, try and stay inside as much as you can, I guess. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace. Cool. All right. Awesome. Okay. This is what we are going to do. YouTube, you will pick a number between 50 and 100. We already did 100 to 150 with Instagram. You guys are 50 to 100. Here is what we're going to do. We're going to start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The first, where it's starting is Omega Bond is where we're starting. So just guess, guys. Just guess. Okay, so I'm scrolling up. Okay. Sorry, guys, just bear with me. I'm looking through. I want to make sure that I get this right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm looking as close as I can. All right, so keep guessing. I don't see it yet. Let me scroll back up and scroll back down just to make sure that I'm doing this right. All right, so okay, I'm still scrolling. Bear with me, Facebook. Bear with me. All right. Man, you guys have been really close here. All right, let's see. Still looking. I'm scrolling slowly, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I do this right. I appreciate these giveaways, but it takes a while to find the right answer. Okay, here we go. So this is the first person I see with this number is Tack Bilo with 83. A lot of people guessed 84 before his 83, but he actually had the first 83. That's why it was so tough, because I'm scrolling through and I'm like, oh, there's so many 84s. There were 82s as well, but 83 was the correct answer. So Tack Bilo, you win, my friend. You win. Congratulations, Tack. Just to show you guys, I don't play favorites. I don't think I've ever seen Tack's name before. So if you've never seen our live videos, welcome. Congratulations on winning a knife, right? Cool. Awesome. You guys nailed it on that. There were so many answers. That was really cool. Nice pick, Tack. Awesome. Cool. Appreciate the positivity. That's awesome. Cool. Just like what James said, and thank you very much, James, for reminding me. It's very easy to forget things when you're just like talking at a camera and you're trying to do a bunch of things at the same time. So I appreciate it. Just like what James said, please hit that thumbs up button, guys, before you leave this live video. It really helps out our YouTube channel. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. If you know any friends who might like flashlights, if they like giveaways, if they like seeing cool stuff, please have them subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do work really hard on it and try to put out content as much as possible. I know, including this live video, that means we put up 3 videos just this week. So it's worth it to subscribe to this channel, guys. We put up content all the time, and we include giveaways all the time too. I mean, there's people who win stuff from our YouTube channel all the time. So anyways, let's go 100K. Thank you so much, PC Phil. I appreciate that, man. And by the way, I love your name, by the way. PC Phil is like one of the most funny characters on South Park, like ever. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe this weekend. Use your flashlights. And we should have some very cool news for you soon about May. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Peace. Okay.